Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mrs. Swifty and today we're back in Planet Zoo. Today we are building our Nile monitor habitat for David. Again, David, thank you so much for supporting the channel and for buying me some of the packs for Christmas. It's been great just to play with them, and yeah, I really hope you like this habitat. So yeah, we're going to be doing a Nile monitor habitat today, and I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different. So we're going to go for a I think we call it the Dave's Nile monitor cavern. So we're going for a sort of cave build here, and we're going to have the whole exhibit inside the cave, so the Nile monitors won't have any like natural sunlight, but actually it just works really well. And yeah, it's really kind of spooky, and there's a really nice like water viewing area. You probably saw some of that in the introduction there. So the first thing we needed to start off with was just building our mound, our sort of hill or mountain type. It's not a mountain, it's much too small to be a mountain, but our mound, or anyway, of what we're going to put our habitat in. I had to fiddle around with it quite a bit because originally it was kind of going straight through and you could see the exit as soon as you walked in the entrance, and it kind of ruined the effect. So I decided to make it curve around so that when you go in either side you can't see the other side, you can't see the exit or the entrance, whatever, from the other side. So okay, so we're starting off now with making the exhibit, actually the parts where the animals are going to live. So I decided I wanted to have a bit where we would have it underwater, because obviously Nile monitors need a lot of water. They love their water, so we needed to make sure we had enough space for that. And then I obviously wanted to have them to have some dry area as well. So what we decided to do was have two dry, solid areas, not wet areas, on either side, and then the water in the middle. So I mean, realistically it would be a little bit of an issue because the keepers wouldn't be able to get to the other side because they'd have to go through the water, but in the game that doesn't really matter too much. I just made sure that I put all of their food and food enrichment on the side that the keeper's entrance was on. Yeah, but obviously if it was as a real zoo you just put a second entrance if you needed to, but you can't do that in this game. You can only put one entrance for each habitat. So we're putting in the glass now. I needed to put the glass in first so that I could put the water in, and the water was a real pain. When we come to it you'll see I actually cut out a lot of footage because it took me a very long time to get right. Right now we're working on the staff entrance to the habitat as well. This took a little bit of time as well, a little bit of faffing around just to make it work, but we do manage it in the end. We end up going for a concrete piece of boundary here with the door in it, and then we put a bunch of rocks around it, which helps to blend it in, but also obviously means that the Nile monsters can't escape, which is quite important. So yeah, we've pretty much got all of the boundaries in now. We're going to put in the door, we're going to put some rocks around, and then we're going to go back and try and figure out the water and everything like that. So yeah, we end up connecting this habitat to the staff buildings that were there for the Bengal tiger habitat, because they're right there and it just works perfectly. And this path that goes through the Nile monitor cavern leads all the way around to where we have our West African lion habitat, which if you didn't see that build, I'm going to link that down below. Please go ahead and watch that. It was really good fun to make. And it also leads to the safari ride, which goes through the West African lion habitat. They're all wild. So yeah, hopefully this will make the zoo a little bit easier to navigate because there'll be two ways of getting around, and obviously we're going to be adding more and more habitats. I have had another request for a habitat from Hannah. Thank you so much for commenting, Hannah. She has asked for a snow leopard habitat, so that's going to be next. We're going to be building a snow leopard habitat. I'm really excited to do that. We haven't had a properly snowy, like cold environment animal yet, so I'm quite excited to do that. It's gonna be good fun. Again, if you want me to build you a habitat in the zoo, you don't need to be someone that I know. You could be anybody, whoever you are. There's no prerequisite. Just comment below if you would like me to build you a habitat, and just let me know what animal you'd like, and if you have any thoughts on what kind of habitat it should be, just leave that in the comments down below. I would be really happy to make a habitat for you in our dedication zoo. I am planning on doing a zoo tour soon because we've got quite a few animals in now. We've also got quite a lot of baby animals. I know we've got red panda offspring, we've got West African lion offspring, we've got lots of capuchin monkey offspring. I think we may even have Bengal tiger cubs, so I would love to do a tour soon so we can meet all of the new animals and we can just kind of remind ourselves of each of the habitats, and also I can show you guys the entrance because I haven't ever really shown you the entrance build that I did because I didn't record that. So let me know down in the comments if you're excited for that. If you're excited to see the zoo tour, do let me know. And I will probably be doing that maybe after the snow leopard habitat, which we'll do next. So yeah, do let me know if you want me to put a habitat in for you, and if you're excited for the tour, that'd be awesome if you want to let me know. So we're putting a bunch of rocks in basically. This is supposed to be sort of a rocky cavern. So I didn't want to have any of like the ground exposed underneath the path. So we put in a bunch of rocks. I do cut some of it out because it's a little bit tedious, but you do get a fair bit of rocks going on here. So this is the Nile monitor habitat. I was going to do a Komodo dragon habitat as well, but I actually don't have the Komodo dragon because I didn't buy the deluxe version of the game. Now, if anybody knows if there's a way of like upgrading from the normal pack to the deluxe pack, then please let me know because I'll be more than happy to do that. But I don't want to spend like it's quite a lot of money to buy the deluxe pack when I already have the main like pack. So I have the base game, I just don't have the deluxe version. So if anybody knows if there's a way to like upgrade to the deluxe version, please let me know. So I would like to do that because then I could have the Komodo dragon, and I would love to put the Komodo dragon on the other side of this path in the cavern. If I don't figure out how to do that, then what I might actually do is put some exhibit animals, maybe some other like lizard type. I know we've got like the blue-tongued skink, I think it is, and I think there are a couple of other lizard type animals, maybe even some frogs we could put in, I suppose. But I thought that would be quite nice maybe to put on this side of the path where we're just putting the rocks and things, just a couple of exhibit animals, just to make it a bit more interesting down here, a few more things to see. So yeah, we're nearly done putting the rocks in now, just a few more, and then we're going to move on. Yeah, I'm not even sure what's next. I think we might be getting the animals in next, unless we've already got them in. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it turned out really nicely. A little bit later on, you're going to see me making a Nile monitor statue type thing out of rocks. There aren't any, as far as I'm aware, Nile monitor like decorations in the game. I couldn't find any anyway. So I thought I would try and do something. I wanted something outside the exhibit, the habitat, outside the cavern that sort of introduced it. Yeah, here we go. We're getting the Nile monitors in now. So, because I need to make sure that they could actually access everything. And like I say, it turned out that we had issues with the water. So initially, when I put them in, they could get to the water, but they couldn't get out the other side, which you'll see in a second. But then, as soon as I took the water out and I fiddled with the other side, for some reason they suddenly couldn't get in this side. So, yeah, I cut out a lot of it basically. But it took me at least half an hour to figure out how to get them to be able to access everything. So this is, you can see, I've nearly done it. They now can't get up this side because I've, spent so long trying to make sure they could even get in the water. But we managed to fix it by putting in these rocks, and I'm pretty sure that is it. Now they can access everything. So I figured that the far side, where there was sort of like a sandy area, would be quite a nice like sleeping area. So I think we're going to put some bedding in there. Or maybe I forgot about that. I can't remember. But the plan is that that'll be their sort of sleeping area. We're putting all their food and food enrichment over here. So they've got a nice restraint feeder, and they've obviously got their normal feeding tray. Is it a food tray? I think it is. And then we give them some toys and things on the other side, because I want to encourage them to use both sides of the habitat. I will admit, they spend almost all of their time in the water, which is actually really nice. It's nice that they like the water and they like playing in it. But yeah, and actually that you get really good views from the path of them. I had to adjust the terrain because they wanted a lot more dirt and soil And you can see we were just renaming them Doris and David, because why not, you know? And I think we're about to get to the statue that I made. So I don't know if I want to call it a statue, but the thing I made that looks like a Nile monitor. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, we put in some bins, we put in some donation bins. This took me a long time to do. I'm hoping that this part of the video isn't too long, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, I decided I wanted to kind of make something to put outside that introduced the habitat. So I thought I could try and make something out of the rocks, and yeah, I think it turns out really nice in the end, but it did take me a very long time to get right. Initially I was sort of doing more of a, it looks more like a frog with a tail at the moment, just the way the legs are, and I actually had a look and realised that that's not how their legs work. So we switch it up. We're gonna change it so that their legs sort of come out and up and down, and then I think we're actually gonna raise the whole thing up. Yeah, here we raise it up so that he's actually like balancing on his legs, and that makes a lot more sense. So I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out. I think it's yeah, I think it looks really cool. I hope you guys agree. So I have never actually seen a Nile monitor in real life. It's not an animal I was even really aware of, I don't think, until I played Planet Zoo. I don't know, I should have looked up where they live actually. I don't even know. I don't know. I should have had a look. But they're quite a lot like Komodo dragons. I've seen Komodo dragons and stuff at our zoo. They don't have anything like this really, but they do have dragony lizard type creatures, but obviously quite a bit smaller. Nile monitors are quite big. They're almost like somewhere in between a lizard and a crocodile, I would say, because they're like bigger than a lizard, but they look more like a lizard than a crocodile in the way that they, yeah. Or they remind me of like a really big Gila monster, or Gila monster. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. Gila, which they do have in the game. Actually, I could put the Gila monster in the cave. That would be quite a good fit, I think, actually. So maybe we'll go for the blue-tongued skink and the Gila monster. I feel like I'm butchering that, but never mind. Yeah, maybe we'll put them in there. I think that would be quite a good fit, actually. So I wanted to make it look like the Nile monitor was somewhat like moving, or like not just completely static. So one of the legs is a little bit higher and one of these claws is a little bit higher, so he's still touching the ground with the tip of his claws, but it's not like on the ground like the other one is, just to kind of give the impression that he's like moving around a little bit. So yeah, I really hope you guys like it. It took me a long time to figure out how to do it, so I debated for a long time about whether I was going to give him a tongue or not, and I actually don't think I kept it in the video. I think I did it afterwards, but I decided that I would give him a little tongue. So I think you see it in some of the screenshots at the end, but we end up using like one of these twirly twigs as a little tongue. So yeah, I think it worked out well. I just needed to kind of round off that sharp part where the head was connecting to the body, because it just didn't really work there. Now we're putting in some little eye sockets, and we're going to put some lights as his eyes. So at night time, you'll just have a little bit of light peeking out from his eyes. But I think it turns out really nicely. Yeah, I really like it. We end up putting a sign that says Dave's Nile Monitor Cavern. And we're going to move that in a little bit. I think I did a bit more off camera as well. I changed the path and I put a little bit, yeah, there you go. You can see that I've changed it a little bit. I've put some of the railings up, and I've put a little bit of stones on the staff path because I wanted just a little bit there. Put some more foliage around. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys like it. Yeah, I really like it. I think it looks good. I'm thinking we're definitely going to put a couple of exhibit animals in there. Unless you guys do know a way I can upgrade to the deluxe version, do let me know in the comments. But yeah, I think we're about to go into the cave. We're going to do a little bit of a tour just to kind of see our Nile monitors in their happy little habitat. They seem very happy in there. Like I say, they spend a lot of their time in the water. But that's cool. We like the water. They like the water. They're, you know, that's the kind of creature that they are. So don't forget to leave a comment down below if you want me to build you a habitat. I would love to add it to our zoo. We've got so many different kinds of animals now. It's really cool that we got such a variety. So here they are, little Nile monitors, Doris and Dave. And I believe by the end of this me recording that Doris is already pregnant, so we're going to get some little Nile monitor babies very soon. And having played with them in the past, they procreate very fast and have a lot of children very quickly, so I think we'll probably have to give them some fertility treatment to stop from just having millions and millions of Nile monitor babies. So here we are. I think this is Doris. Here she goes. She's going for a little bit of a swim. Yeah, I love it. Look at her. Look at her go. Oh, so I really hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Please don't forget to like it if you've enjoyed it, and please consider subscribing if you're enjoying my videos. It would be so great for the channel if you would subscribe. You don't have to have notifications on, but you can turn them on if you want to. And we'll be uploading a Planet Zoo video every weekend, and at least one Sims video each week as well. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and check out our Black Widow challenge, or if you want to see any of the other Planet Zoo habitat builds, they will all be linked down below. And I also have a playlist on my channel if you're interested in going and seeing all of the Planet Zoo builds we've done so far. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now, guys. It's been so great to have you here with us today, and I just want to thank you for watching and ask you to come back again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.